And one example that comes from Iraq is Zionists would go into the places where the Jews were living in these places and try to force them to leave towards the new Zionist state that has been established. And they would go as far as bombing their synagogues and blaming it on the Muslims and hatred of the Jews. The Jews who were living in Palestine were living mainly in the north of Palestine. There was very little Jews who settled around Jerusalem or Al-Quds or Bayt al-Maqdis due to religious reasons that they could not return to this land until the arrival of the Messiah. And a lot of religious Jews saw Zionism as blasphemy, and they saw this as against the will of God, and this is something that should not be practiced. Still today there are some groups who still hold this idea, yet after the establishment of the Zionist state in Palestine, a lot of Jews adopted the idea, but until then actually they were living with the Muslims, with the Christians, peacefully, with a few exceptions. So, for example, in 1840, the Jews and the Christians in Damascus had certain conflicts, that they were blaming each other for certain things, and there was a lot of killing between them. And the Ottoman state resolved that. And you can see always Islam was even resolving conflicts between not just Muslims and others, but even with between different religions. And one amazing example you see under Ottoman Palestine is they had this, what they called the millet system. So each religion would be governed by its own laws, religious laws, and they had their courts. And if you were not satisfied, you can then take it to the Supreme Court, to the Islamic court. And you saw an example of a Jewish woman who went to the Jewish court in Jerusalem and requested certain rights that she had, and the rabbi would not give it to her, and she threatened him, and this is documented in the Ottoman archive. She threatened that she will take it to the Islamic court, and then he gave her her rights.